What is good, Straw Hat Crew, and welcome back to another video. You already know, it's a banger. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Alrighty, and for today we have kid shoots dad over Nintendo Switch. I just low-key could not believe this shit, so I had to click. I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. This has to be clickbait title. But it's by Mori, so I highly doubt it.
Alright, so here we have this little 11-year-old shitter who apparently shot his dad over him taking his Nintendo Switch. Yes, you heard that right. This spoiled little brat, as you can see here on our screens right now that I'm, circling with my cursor, who is 11 years old, is now charged as an adult after fatally shooting his father over taking his Nintendo Switch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this...
Okay, there's a lot of things wrong with this. I'm just going to go ahead and break it down real quick so we can get back into the video. For one, why did this 11-year-old nigga even have access to the gun? I know he ain't never been to the range. Why did this nigga have access to the gun? Bro, if you have kids in the crib, the gun should be in a safe, no questions. No questions. It's just as simple as that, because kids are curious by nature. So whatever they can find that they've never seen before, they're going to do whatever they do with it. Hopefully he doesn't know how to pull the fucking trigger. I've never understood why in the heck, unless you raise your kids up from when they're little to know how to handle weaponry, to know how to handle guns. Besides that, I've never understood why the weapons are outside of a fucking safe with kids in the house. I've never understood that. For two, has this motherfucker never been disciplined in his life? Like, bro, I would be fearful that after I shot my father, or after I shot my mother, whatever would happen, the other parent would come in and kill me. For sure. Like, bro, I just don't understand what could be going through his mind to even allow him to even do that. Bro, I don't know, y'all. This is a wild ass story. Let's go ahead and get into it.
This isn't even Gen Z anymore. I'm not gonna blame Gen Z for this, because he's too young to be Gen Z. Believe it or not, most of Gen Z are now adults, young adults now. This is Gen Alpha. And I just gotta say, as bad as people think Gen Z is, brother in Christ, Gen Alpha, and then Gen Beta after them, Gen Beta are basically infants right now, are probably gonna be uncomparable to our generation. And by the way, if I sound a little congested right now, it is because I am. Apologies, I'm still recovering from my illness. But I just gotta say, I've never heard, this is the first time I've heard of any kid shooting their dad over a Nintendo Switch. Now,
yeah, no. We've had, back in the day, we've had situations of kids fucking, you know what I'm saying, holding up knives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Being like, some crazy ass niggas. Like, well, you've seen those videos. And we've also seen the videos of the kids crashing out after getting his Xbox destroyed, after getting their PlayStation destroyed or whatever. We've seen them. The crash outs, tearing up the room. We've seen them. I've seen those. But this is a whole different level. You dead ass shot Pops. Like, you weren't bluffing. You weren't trying to act crazy. You were dead. Like, you're dead ass. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Maybe in the past somebody has killed their parent over taking their phone, their computer, grounding them, in some way, shape, or form. But specifically for a Nintendo Switch, it's crazy. And yeah, you guys can see the dad right here in this post. It's just insane.
The family was in this home celebrating their son's 11th birthday. That's when court documents say their son found a gun and shot his adopted father. This happened Tuesday around 3 a.m. When state police arrived, the young boy named Clayton Dietz had a bloody lip and injuries around his eye. Court documents do not explain how he was hurt. The documents do say, however...
Now, he could, like, if he had bruising around his eye, his dad could, the adopted father could have been beating on him. I don't know, though. But, I mean, that could give a kid a reason. I just don't see how a child could do that. An 11-year-old, bro? What's that, like 6th grade? 7th grade? If that? Bro, like...
that Clayton was looking for his Nintendo Switch, which was taken away from him when he found the revolver in a safe inside the home.
Now, I just gotta say, I don't know
well,
what...
it was in the safe. How... Bro, who gave this nigga the calm? Who gave this nigga how? Like, bro, this is I'm not understand. Who gave this little ass nigga the combination to the safe? Unless the safe was just fully open. Safe was just fully open at the time. Like, I don't understand this shit.
Caused his facial injuries. They say that he had a swollen lip or something like that, a bloody eye. You know, kind of sounds like abuse to me, but let's be honest here, because I don't want to make any definitive assumptions. Could have been abuse, could have been
That's what I'm saying.
self-inflicted. We don't know. There's a lot of crazy people, crazy kids in society. But
Hold on, young boys. What's good, Lando?
What you doing, bro?
Not much. Recording. What you up to?
Shit, chilling. Up for a minute before I go back to sleep. Before I punch the clock. I'll see when you think you're done recording.
This is my last one, and then I gotta edit them all real quick.
Alright, well, when you get done with that, if you want to run, call me.
That's a bet.
Alright, bro.
Yeah, love and safety.
1 second.
I bet we back, boys.
there's a lot of crazy people, crazy kids in society. But I just gotta say, how could you even possibly go from getting your Nintendo Switch taken away from you because you were maybe acting bad? Maybe on top of that also getting a whooping because you're a problem child, to then all of a sudden thinking that it would be a bright idea to gun down your dad or your adopted dad in the situation. So wherever the hell the real father is, he's still alive. The stepdaddy who stepped up to take care of this child. The dad took the Switch, so the son grabbed the Switch and switched them on down. This is crazy.
Troopers say that he then took the gun and shot his father in bed next to his mother. 42-year-old Douglas Dietz was found dead. In the interview room, his wife said she woke up to the sound of a gunshot. Then her son confessed to her, saying, quote, "I killed my dad. I hate myself," end quote.
Wow. Want to know what that
Bro, hey, I'm not gonna lie. You can go ahead and shut all that shit up. Like, what the fuck? What? Then why did you do it? Then what, like, bro, it's very hard whenever there's a child, whenever it's a kid, because it's like, how did that even, like, well, there is a lot of violent games out here nowadays. GTA, you know, COD, all of them. So I guess they could have got in their brain that way. But it's like, bro, this is just a crazy. This is crazy to hear when you hear about another adult killing another adult. But to hear a child killing an adult, this is just a wicked type of thing.
reminds me of?
I wanna kill my mom. I wanna kill my dad. I wanna kill my grandma.
This is why you have to watch these little kids nowadays, man. Just literally grounding them over bad behavior can possibly lead to you being in the ground yourself because they want to kill you. Like, I can't believe this little shitter right here, this spoiled, entitled brat, really upped the pole on his stepdad, who probably got him the Nintendo Switch too, just because he took it away temporarily. Honestly, for one, this is why I would never leave any guns, like, just laying around casually to where a sick child like this can have access to it. Number two, respectfully, I'm probably never going to become a stepdad unless I raised you since you were a little baby and I, like, instilled all my values into you. If I come later in your life, I can't trust you. I'm sorry. Respectfully, whatever traumas you have from your dad or your mom, unbeknownst to me, can have me killed or clapped because you feel some type of way. You want to crash out because I grounded you and took your Nintendo Switch away. Bro, not saying a kid I raised from the inception of him popping out of my woman's womb couldn't possibly clap me either, but I'm just saying the probability is drastic.
It's super low. Yeah, I say super low. Super low. It's damn near zero. It's like 0.0000001% chance I get packed up by my own son.
Lower. And the crazy thing is, check this out.
Before the shooting, she told troopers that they put their son to bed while singing happy birthday to him. Neighbors who knew the family say this violence was very out of character for the young boy.
Oh, they always say out of character. Yeah. Oh, he was a good boy. There were no signs before. He was such a sweet child.
I don't know. To take a nigga's life over a Nintendo Switch, I don't know, man.
Anytime one of these kids kills, claps someone, ups the pole on someone, they want to say they were the sweetest child on honor roll. They were going to be a doctor, a scientist. They had such a bright future ahead of them. Yeah, right. Now, one comment I do want to point out, someone said, are they just going to gloss over the fact that the kid was injured? Like, did the parents exclude the fact that they beat him previously, or did he get beat after shooting the father before enforcement came? How the F you're going to say something like that and not documented in court. Yeah, so that is a good point right there. I don't know. Speculatively, he could have been.
That is the only thing keeping it kind of like, okay, maybe, because realistically, if the kid was getting beat by a grown-ass man at 11 years old, I can see him I can see myself pulling it out and then getting active. But that's like the only, like, I would have to be fearing for my life in order to take someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I could really rationalize me doing that. I just couldn't just take someone's life just because I fucking got mad at them. It's just not, I just couldn't do it.
Abused, which would then presumably lead to him possibly shooting his stepfather in the night. Now, obviously, that's just a huge assumption. That is just pure speculation, and it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for a kid sick enough to shoot his stepdad in the dead of night with a gun to possibly end up having self-inflicted wounds to make it look like he was being abused. Like, there are psychotic people out there who will fake injuries, run their faces into hard objects to make it as if they...
No, for sure. For sure. Start scratching themselves and shit. What the fuck are you doing? I'm about to call the pig. Oh, hell no. For what? For what? No.
they were previously hurt by another individual. So I would not be shocked. You guys can have your opinions in the comment section. What do you think about that? Obviously, they're gonna have to investigate whether this kid was being abused in that household or not. And if they can verify that, then that'll literally just change the entire optics of the story. Assuming he's not like clinically crazy. But still, at face value, a kid killing his dad, his stepdad, whatever. Same shit, right? His guardian over what they're saying was over a confiscated Nintendo Switch. Is crazy.
But according to court documents, Clayton's mom says he was upset when he was told to go to bed and had his Nintendo Switch taken away. He admitted to police that he got the key to the gun from his father's drawer.
So this was literally premeditated. It's not like this was an accident. There's no way a gun just magically fell inside his hands. A gun that was stored inside of a case that required a key. It's not like this kid just woke up, he was a sleepwalker, had the gun magically in his hand and just accidentally shot his dad in the head. Like, no. This was very cynical, calculatedly.
And I'm thinking, if the kid was getting beat, if the kid, I don't know, because both parents could always be involved, and then one parent just doesn't step up for the kid and just lets him get beat. That could happen. But I just know, I'm not saying his mom is like this. I'm not saying everybody has a good mom like this. But I just know my mother personally, if I was getting beat by my stepfather, she would have killed that nigga. It's just as simple as that. It's literally nothing else to say. So I don't know. This story is just so weird, because it's like, if he did get beat and he shot his father, like he said, it completely changes the narrative. But if it's literally just over the Nintendo Switch, watch this nigga, bro, for real. Watch this nigga, dead ass.
Cold, premeditated, all the words to describe someone planning something out in this cold-blooded fashion. And one commenter says, these kids don't know how to regulate their emotions. I got mad at my parents growing up, but the thought of annihilation never crossed my mind.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, y'all know when you was over there, when you got in trouble and you wanted to slam your door, but you couldn't because you know your mom was going to beat your ass, so you had to hit the... You over there... trying not to cry and shit because you know you're going to get into the ass whooping. Yeah, it was like that. But I never was like, no, I gotta take them out. I got to. They disrespected. Like, my nigga, are you good? Like, is everything okay in your mental?
There are some evil, abusive, negligent parents out there. Individuals who thrive off of others' suffering. I'm not saying these parents are this type, but they are out there. Valid. So, you know, through this investigation with this child and his mother, we're gonna see if they were actually abusing him or not. Time will tell.
And that is when police say the boy told them that he went inside that safe looking for his Nintendo Switch and instead got the gun, took it out, and allegedly shot his father in the head.
Bruh. Whoa. So
what? No, hell no, hell no, hell no. Why? If the kid was getting abused, why didn't he just say that? Why didn't he say, I was getting my ass absolutely, they was beating my ass with all types of shit, hit me with fucking left and rights, that's why my eye is bruised, that's why I got a busted lip, and I couldn't take it no more. Why did he not say that? Talking about something, I was looking for my Nintendo Switch, I found the gun, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. Like, what?
Wow, I don't know what to say about that specifically, but clearly this kid was crazy. There's no way in hell, unless I was severely abused as a child, like repeatedly for years, would I ever have the gall to even go looking for my Nintendo Switch, thinking it's in a case.
I damn near might even run away before I think about just taking a nigga's life. Like, on some real shit, I deadass might just run away, run to the cops, and be like, my parents are beating my ass. Like, on some real shit before I just, like, take a nigga's life, bro. I don't know. Like, that's just...
Locked, get the key, unlock it, find that there's not a Nintendo Switch in there, but a gun, and in my annoyance or anger, decide to then pick up that gun, cock it, aim it at my dad's head, and bang. I just, that's clearly not normal.
When a juvenile is charged with murder, they automatically begin as charged as an adult.
Which is the case for Clayton right now, but that could change through what's called decertification.
And decertification is a filing where the defense tries to say the individual should be prosecuted in the juvenile justice system for a variety of reasons.
That's up to a judge, and whatever they decide will make a huge difference.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just gotta say this is a crazy ass case, and yeah, this is making me not want to have kids. Like, I know that I'm probably
I feel that. But no, I'm still probably gonna have kids though. But that's just a crazy fucking thing to have to think about, that your own blood, the thing you birthed out your body, or the thing that you know what I'm saying, out your body, killed you. Well, not him, like, not specifically his stepdad, but y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. It's just a crazy thing to have to imagine. With that being said though, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got my gun on, yeah, she know I'm